Alright, here we are. It's the Clare border. We like our Echiums, and the other head gardeners across the university are a little bit jealous of this lot. But I think what we'll do is we'll have a walk through, and we'll have a chat about what we're seeing and what's coming through. We've had such a mild winter that they've all come through, and it's quite amazing. The big blue ones are Echium pininana. Their natural habitat is in Laurus nobilis forests in Tenerife and the Canary Islands, growing in volcanic soil. So, you know, growing in a hogging path out alongside Clare is just about right for them. They're gorgeous. We then have pink ones. And the pink ones are hybrids. They're hybrids between Echium pininana and Echium wildpretii, of which there's just one round the corner. And the two hybridize together to produce something that is tall and pink rather than tall and purple. But wildpretii itself is a beautiful thing. And there's one just hiding around here because the foliage is more glaucous and the flowers are fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Now you see behind it, you'll see lots and lots of what are called ruderal plants. These are short-lived perennials, biennials, monocarpic plants that just sort of move in and out of the borders and are allowed to sort of basically get on with it. We've got wallflowers that are originally collected as seed from the Roman walls of Colchester, the city of Colchester. That's quite fun gathering them. Then we've got Love in a Mist, which is just coming through, which is Nigella, beloved of Gertrude Jekyll. Then we've got Eschscholzias coming through behind, the Californian poppy. They're really cool. And then we planted up some hollyhocks to see how they do. I'll shut up and we'll walk a little bit along until I find some. Oh look, alliums. We're going to plant more alliums. I wondered if they'd actually go here, but they have, surprisingly. These are in the second year. We're going to put some more alliums in because the early ones flower at the same time as the Echiums, and their sort of globular form offsets nicely against the very upright form of the Echiums. Oh, and coming along here we've got Eryngiums. This delightful little wacky grass that just sort of breaks out everywhere. It keeps changing its name, that one. We've got Leptospermum, which is really cool. And also a whole bunch of South African pelargoniums that we grew from cuttings under agreement from Cambridge University Botanic Gardens. They've overwintered, and they're playing the part of the sward as well. It's rather lovely, isn't it? Down here we have some Sisyrinchiums, and Sisyrinchiums can be a murder in sort of organised borders because they pop out everywhere. But here this will be absolutely ideal for them, and we're hoping that they're going to spread themselves around a bit. And here is something that Julia has introduced, which we need to get a handle on. Julia did an awful lot of planting in here, and Brett helped her when he came along. We've got lots of other ruderals to plant in as well. But Julia, if you're out there, what's that one then? Coming further along, as we sort of move into the sunlight, we start to see the flower spikes being sort of really quite remarkable. I think one of the records is about 16 feet in height. I think that's one down in the southwest of the country. But we're going to get a step ladder out later on and do some measurements because I think we're running some of them pretty close here. So just down here we have a blue one that we've introduced, a shorter one, and that's webbiana, or webbii, sorry, webbii, which is coming along nicely. I'm reluctant to introduce really short Echiums like our native Viper's bugloss, just in case everything gets very short very quickly when they start to hybridize. but Viper's bugloss is our native that occurs on light land, and you see an awful lot of it in the brecks and the like around there. You can hear the bees. Can you hear the bees? It's fantastic. They're everywhere. And here we have the Fremontodendron flowering at the same time as the Echiums. And the bees are absolutely in a frenzy at the moment. Look at this. As you come here, there's a fantastic example of wildpretii here, which is awesome. We also have, which flowers later in the year when everything else is going to sleep, our wonderful Campsis chinensis. And coming along here we have Cistus and Clianthus further around the corner. They love it on this border, as you can imagine. And here's a lovely plant association. This Clianthus puniceus, or the lobster claw plant, has been flowering like this since February. It's just immense. It's one of the finest things to come out of New Zealand, bar their Prime Minister. An amazing salvia which really likes it here. We might have to cut it back a little bit. This is some salvia scleria. I think this is one, this could be turkistanica. Flowers nicely. The foliage smells horrible though, so try not to rub up against it.